Welcome back everybody to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it, guys. On Meta, it's down 1.57%, and now Meta trading below this critical support for 90, and it's under 20-day moving average, which is also sitting just below 490. It's trading at 484 at the closing, barely holding this uptrend, which is sitting at 484. So this is going to be a critical level to watch, this uptrend here on Meta at 484, and below that you're going to see a dump off all the way down to this gap just below 470. Now to the upside, Meta can break and hold 490, then watch out for a move up to 494, 500, possibly up to this high 504, and then 512 up to even 520. On Microsoft, is down 2%, so Microsoft getting a huge pullback from 427.82, hitting this all-time high on Thursday and then falling off the cliff all the way down to 412.79. Now, as you can see on my screen, guys, 413, that is a strong support, and also into closing, holding above rising 5-day moving average 415, which is bullish at least now, even though we got a pullback. And I said it before also, when this thing actually ran all the way up to 427.82, that it's getting far too overextended. It's not going to get too far. You're going to see a pullback. And now looks like again retesting this breakout, and now into closing also holding above 415. So 415, 413, and then 410, that's going to be a strong support to watch going into next week. And below 410, watch out for this gap right down here, 405.68, and then we also have support at 402.88, rising 50-day moving average, and then 400. Now to the upside, as long as Microsoft can hold above, I would say 413 to 415, watch out for a move back up to 420, 422, and then previous all-time highs right here, 427.82 to even 430. On AMD, it's up 2.14%. Now AMD here, guys, this was a fantastic play on Friday. Now same day expiration on AMD, and not only for the members, for all my YouTube subscribers. You guys know I called it before that AMD might be coming down here to retest this breakout, and as long as the support can hold, that is a dip buy for a day trade or possibly a swing trade. Also on Thursday night, I said the same thing, that AMD holding, and if you got in here, kudos to you. Just put a stop below 184 and you should be fine. Guess what? We played AMD Friday morning. Right at opening 9:30, it was down here, guys. 184, got calls 190 for 45 cents. And guess what? Went through the roof, guys. Left probably about $200,000 on the table. I got 38K, but this thing ran from 45 cents over $3 a piece. Massive, massive runs to the upside. So all these plays, and especially my swing trade ideas, live trading, are available on Patreon. And if you guys are really serious and you want to support the channel and you're really into trading, then definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon, guys. Now here on AMD, that's going to be key level to watch, 184. And now to the upside, I mean, look at this, guys. Now holding 190, rising 20-day moving average. So that's going to be a support to watch Monday morning, 190, 184. And to the upside, now watch out for a breakout above 5-day moving average, 195, and then 198.90, 200, and then this gap, 205.60. As long as AMD can hold right here 184, that is bullish, and you're going to see a move back up to this gap, at least in the short term, 205.60. On Apple, stock is down barely 2.22% on Friday, so nothing big. And if you look at my screen, what happened here on Apple came all the way back to 170, and the support was holding. We saw high volume buying at the end and pushing the price higher near 173, and now closing above 172.55, at least into closing. Apple closing above rising 5-day moving average. So your critical support here on Apple, guys, 170, 166. To the upside, it needs to get above 173 and then watch out for that breakout. And now that's going to be around 175-ish right here. Above 175, you're going to see a breakout on Apple, and this thing can run all the way up to 177.38 to close this gap on top, and then we can talk about more upside on Apple stock. As of right now, going into Monday, you need to watch this critical support, and that needs to hold 170, and we need to get that breakout over 173, and also we need that critical breakout above 175 from this downtrend right here on Apple stock. But 170 gives up, then watch out for more downside, possibly back down to 166. On Amazon, stock is down 2.42%, so Amazon getting a massive move on Thursday all the way up to near 180, another rejection, and now pulling back on Friday all the way down to 173.90 and barely getting a close over 173, holding that as a support. So here on Amazon, guys, 173 needs to hold going into Monday morning. Below that, you are going to see Amazon coming down and closing this gap 170.23, and then Amazon also has support right down here, critical support 167. To the upside, Amazon can break and hold 175 right here, then watch out for continuation to the upside back up to 180, and once we get that breakout over 180, that's gonna be another breakout to the upside for possibly more upside up to even 182 to 186 on Amazon. On Google, stock is down 1.50%. Now Google here, guys, I was live Friday, and people that are trading, especially on my Patreon, I called it live right here that watch out for a pullback down to 141. And you can see this thing actually pulled back exactly down to 141, and immediately from that level this thing bounced and now trading at 142. So whenever you see a big run like this, it's healthy for a nice pullback and nothing wrong with that. The breakout is still holding, and this thing not even touching 140, which is still bullish here on Google stock for more continuation to the upside next week. But keep that in mind, we cannot just continue to the upside because we got FOMC on Wednesday, and a lot depends on that FOMC meeting going into next week. We could see a massive rally, or Jay Powell can actually crush the market again. But if that happens, guys, it does not matter whether we got a breakout or not, everything can come back again. So watch out, be careful next week. And here on Google, you need to watch 141, 140, 138, 135 as a support. To the upside, now it needs to get above 143.43 50-day moving average, and once we get above that level, watch out for this gap right here just under 145, and once we can clear 145 on Google stock, there will be more upside and possibly will close all these gaps here on top. On Tesla, stock is up 0.66%, so Tesla catching a breather here, only up $1 on the day. But also keep that in mind, to find a bottom here on any stock, and especially a stock like Tesla, you need to find a doji like we got here on Friday, bullish engulfing candle, or a hammer candle. And what we got, guys? Indecision candle here on Tesla on Friday. So we will find out next week if Tesla can continue this momentum and can hold 162. Then watch out for a move all the way up to 170, 5-day moving average, and soon as that break, a little bit more upside up to 175 to 176, and then 180. Now a lot of people, when they see Tesla coming down, well, all they can think of, this thing will never come back up. And let me remind you guys how many times it actually happened where Tesla dumped really hard and then came back. I mean, just look at some recent rallies right here from 100, 101.81. Look at this rally here, and how we got that? We got this doji and then big bullish engulfing candle and then some follow through. I mean, this was a monster rally to the upside. And then we got another pullback, right? And from here, and I'm just giving you guys only few examples. You can go back and look every time. Look at this monster rally from right here, 152. That is a big support. Not even closing this gap, 146. Another monster rally all the way up to almost 300. And now Tesla is down. Vehicles are not selling as they were before. It does not mean that Tesla is going bankrupt anytime soon. This is not Lucid. This is not Fisker, NIO, and Xpeng and all that crap. This is still Tesla, guys. Number one EV maker. And this thing here can still survive. So Tesla here, watch out, 162 support, and below that 152, 146 gap here, just under 152. To the upside, it needs to get above 170, 175, 180, and then we can talk about a lot more upside on Tesla. So watch out for a doji. We got one, or big bullish engulfing candle, possibly a hammer candle, and then we can see some continuation to the upside. And definitely next week, we will find out why we got this doji indecision candle here on Tesla. So Netflix going down 1.16%, and now we do have critical support at 604, and that was holding on Friday, went back up and now trading at 605.88. So critical support right down here, 604 right here, and below that we also have support at around 598.91, rising 20-day moving average, and then 588 all the way down to this gap, 575.78. But as long as Netflix can hold right here, and keep that in mind, we got this big bearish engulfing candle with some high volume on Friday, guys. So yes, we could see continuation to the downside. Support needs to break, and that's gonna be this key level right here, rising 20-day moving average sitting at 598.91. Below that, you're going to see dump off like Meta all the way down to 588 here on Netflix, and possibly down to this gap, 575.78. Now to the upside, Netflix can hold right here 604, then watch out for a move up to 608, and above 608 this thing can run again back up to 625 and then 630. On Nvidia, stock is absolutely flat on the day, and I did call this out, Nvidia also on Friday, but when really small position on Nvidia, but definitely this thing also paid on Friday. I mean, from 862, I think I got in at 866, and this thing exploded. 890 calls when in the money, over the money. You can see 895.46 high for the day. And now it's trading above rising 13-day moving average, 864. That's gonna be your line in the sand going into Monday morning, 864. Below that, you're going to see a dump off down to this support, 840, and then we also have support at 824 to 823, closing this gap and also holding rising 20-day moving average right here on this daily chart. Now to the upside, you can see Nvidia went back up to where? Look at this 5-day moving average sitting at 888. That needs to break, and above 888 you're going to see a move up to 898 to 900, and Nvidia can clear 898 to 900. You're going to see another explosive move to the upside here on Nvidia. But watch this critical support going into Monday morning, 864, 840, and then this gap 823.